Is DauT ready for this? DauT has to play Huang in a best-of-5 this weekend, and it is to qualify for Hidden Cup 3. The brackets came out, and I could not be more excited for that round 1 matchup. What's really funny to me is that Hoang said, I know like I versed DauT, and DauT said, of all the players who were high seeds, I did not want Huang. So, guys, this is a 1v1. It's not Huang versus DauT, but that's upcoming in the HC3 qualifiers. All that stuff will be on YouTube in time. Don't worry about it if you're a YouTube-only guy. But Huang, he emailed me. He said, I send you good rec when I get good rec. And this was a good rec. This was a 1v1 that he played versus another player in the top 100. Now, this is not Vivi. I don't know who this player is. I believe it's a Taiwanese player, but forgive my ignorance because I don't know. All right. It could be like one of the Chinese, one of the Asian pros on a Smurf. I'm unaware of who he is. I just wanted to clarify it is not Vivi, but I just looked before this. Huang was ranked like 35th, and this player is ranked 65th. So, very solid players. But anyways, it's Arabia. It's a Hun War, and guys, Huang always does the same thing every single game, okay? He always does the same thing. He loves his early drush, and he always drushes and goes mass militia into some type of a fast castle. And then there's sneak villagers, and then normally the games are short and sweet, or short and not so sweet, I guess, if he does not win. Now, when DauT plays Huang, he's going to know that Huang has this style. But what's crazy is everyone knows that Huang has this style, including the opponent in this game, and you'll see what he does in a moment. So, like, you know how Huang plays, you know what's coming, and yet Huang is still successful with it. So, it can be very dangerous. So this is a Hun War. You won't see any houses. Man, Blue is having an awful time pushing this deer. And the bases are really open and the players are really close together, okay? Now, you probably have seen Huang games before if you're watching my YouTube channel right now. If you haven't, at the very end of this, it will be a suggested video, which will take you to another Huang upload. In fact, it's one that is criminally underviewed. So, I won't spoil it, but it will be recommended at the end of this video. Huang, he tends to build a barracks early, and then he'll make those militia. Now, people will match the Huang, they will play the Huang against him, because sometimes they feel like that's the best way to play. I find that so interesting. Like, players have stopped going for a direct counter. Instead, what they'll do is they'll realize that Huang expects all of those counters, and so they'll just try and match the guy and out-Huang the Huang. I've been loving watching Huang recently, and he is actually playing in his first tournament with the HC3 qualifiers. This is actually really uncommon that he's building the mill before the barracks, but yeah, anyways, I asked Bact, who's a Vietnamese pro, 2 months ago. I said, why does Huang not play in tournaments? And Bact said, Huang no care, he just like play. And Huang plays all the time. He has played for years, and he's played at a high level, but I don't know if it's possibly my influence, because I flat out asked him in an email to sign up. I don't know if maybe Huang feels more confident in his abilities nowadays than he did in the past, but win or lose, because it's going to be very tough for him against DauT, believe me. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Huang performs and rooting for the guy. It's going to be a heartbreaker either way, though. Round 1, Huang versus DauT. If DauT's out, I think the community will be more shocked. But if Huang is out in round 1, it's not going to be so good either. It is expected, though. DauT is definitely the favorite there. I'd say Huang probably has like a 5 or 10% chance. Okay, so now it begins. Check it out. Huang, he's pushed in some deer. He has his mill, he has a lot of food income, and he's sending a villager to build a mining camp in Dark Age. The barracks is up, the militia are on the way. Oh, but look! His opponent knows Huang's reputation. His opponent also knows how close he is to Huang. So, he's doing the same thing. So the whole idea is purely to buy time. Harass opponent's economy, and then buy time. Blue runs to Huang's base. He also got some hits on Huang's scout. He sees that Huang will also be making militia. So this is just another Huang game. Honestly, the micro for blue seems much better so far. He hasn't taken much damage at all in his units, while Huang did take some damage. But what I always find so interesting here, YouTube, is when do you stop? Like, you would think that, oh, okay, I just took a good engagement. I can go feudal age now. I'm going to get the tech advantage. I'm going to get man-at-arms. You would think that that's how the game would play out. If you ever gain a small advantage, go to feudal age, and push home the win. But I think it's a trap. I think it's a trap. We have 5 militia for both, a scout for both. Again, Huang is playing defensive here, but he's also closer to his barracks, and he now has another militia on the way, and honestly, the micro seemed better for Huang there. It's kind of hard to judge there, right? But yeah, look at this. Yeah, Huang, an extra militia paying off for him. Gets the weak one, keeps his scout in... No, he doesn't. Super close, actually. Might end up being just 1 for both in a second here. Yeah, whatever. I mean, you have 2, and then blue probably has another on the way. But I think it's a trap, because I've played Huang before. I've watched hundreds of Huang games at this point. And if you were to go feudal age right now in blue's position, which he doesn't have the resources to do yet, it could really hurt you. Huang would just end up having like 10 militia while you only have 3, and then your wood line's harassed, your gold's harassed, and Huang still finds a way to go fast castle behind it. Alright, so this cliff is not helping things for Huang. He has to bring these 2 back to join up with this guy. He's sending more militia forward. 7 kills and 7 deaths for both players. That is a scout and 6 militia, and they have 4 on the field. So 10 militia have been created in this game for each of them. Now, you're creating militia non-stop, but you're also creating villagers non-stop, and you're farming like crazy. And Huang's taking the deer, they'll be taking the berries, so you eventually need to get to the point where you actually have the food to click up while also not stopping the militia production. Because if you stop militia to save food to go feudal, you get overwhelmed. It's a crazy strategy. Now, I never played StarCraft, but people have said that there's StarCraft builds that are similar to this. Alright, good micro. They're microing the weak units away. Huang actually seems to be putting more effort into the microing. And you would think there would be some reward for that. As I say that, blue micros away here. This is good micro from both of them. What a game! 10 kills for both of them. What a game, guys. Is Huang done making militia? No, he's not. Is blue done making militia? Well, he's thinking about it. He just researched Loom. He has 6. And will he click to feudal age? Okay, he's on his way to feudal age. Now, if you click the feudal age and still create units, you might be able to hold. I think that's the logic you could use. Huang has 3 more queued up, though. Blue won't have as many resources floating. So, what's crazy is this will be a fast castle behind this. It's not really a fast castle anymore, but it will be, or there will be very little time spent in the feudal age for Huang. That is a guarantee. And then he pretty much goes YOLO. Oh, that's a good engagement for blue. It's really bad for Huang, actually, because blue is already on his way to the feudal age. And blue might stop creating militia now. He got 2 kills there. That's also another good engagement. Now it's 8v8. About to be 9 for Huang, but this guy hasn't joined the fight yet. I think Huang had more units on full HP in this fight, and Huang... Okay. So now, guys... Now... Huang has 5 militia. Blue has 1. He stopped producing. It's like in Huang's mind, he wants to continue to produce militia. It's fun to produce militia. For other players, they're only doing it so they can get to a point where they don't have to do it anymore. So, like, the first time they get an opportunity to stop, they'll do it. Like, I totally understand it. The first time I get an opportunity to stop making these damn militia, I'll do it. But now look at blue. He had to pull all those villagers off of gold. This is a lot of idle time. Huang will always force the villagers to come into an engagement. And then once they start fighting, he will run away. See, look. He goes, okay. Or when they start fighting, he'll run away. There you go. Blue is placing a tower here, which I think will just protect his gold. And he's also made an archer range for some archers. It's not the first. It will not be the last time we see someone make an archer range against Huang. And the militia are engaging. This is so messy. I think blue will lose a vill. Actually, he didn't lose a villager there. That was quality micro, I have to say, to save that villager. So was the harassment worth it? Were the extra militia from Hoang worth it? The way I see it, or would normally see it when I'm casting any other player, is blue is on his way to Castle Age first. Blue is making archers. These militia will probably be walled out. So Hoang just invested hundreds more resources into something he can't really use anymore. And then you have Huang. He's just now getting loom, funny enough. He's making a stable, he's making a blacksmith, and he's making a tower on his gold. And he will be up to Castle Age about 25% behind blue. Alright. Now, I want to talk about the next thing, and probably the most exciting thing about Huang's play. Huang expects you to come to his base. So he rarely builds a second town center. So he's prepped a tower on the gold. These farms are about to become disgusting because they're all going. They're Dark Age farms, right? So they don't last that long. They're going to start expiring. Huang is expecting blue to come to his base. He also knows where blue's army is right now. Okay? Because he had the militia active. So what does he do? Sneak villagers! Sneak villagers! He does this so frequently. But the thing is, you're blue, you have archers, and Huang doesn't have any counter to that right now. So you feel like you should counter him, and you should counter. You should go to his base. But Huang almost wants you to do that. He almost wants you to do that so he can sneak. He knows where blue's gold is. And he is going to build a siege workshop and a monastery on the left. He does this so frequently. And then, you see all that food? He will not put that into extra villagers. Normally what he'll do is he'll just go all in knights. All in knights, mangonels, and monks. And he puts all of his focus into repairing the mangonels and healing the knights with monks. And getting conversions. He builds some quick gates here. Blue is in Castle Age. Has been for a little while now. He's on 2 archer ranges, producing cav archers. What is blue doing? Producing more villagers out of his TC. Also, he got his double bed X upgrade. He's getting those eco upgrades, like most players at the high level do. Huang, half of his farms here do not even have anyone on it. But there's the siege workshop, and there's the monastery. And blue, he does not see that. And this little area here, that's just a spectating thing, so he wouldn't be able to know it's there. It's like so frequent that he's able to sneak it up, but I think blue figures he's fine right now. I genuinely believe that he thinks he's fine because Huang was later to Castle Age, and because he's had not... actually, he's in here. So yeah, he should think he's fine. This is going to hurt. I think Huang has to leave that entire wood line. Oh no, Huang has to come back. Yeah, okay. Nice gates from Huang. The town center fire helps a little bit, but he lost some villagers unnecessarily there. The archers do have +2. They do have bodkin arrow. They were not upgraded to crossbow, though, because they were in such low number. Okay. So the farming's getting worse for Huang. He's going out to this gold as well. He'll have more on gold than any other resource, probably. Shh. He's being so sneaky. Okay, he deleted that knight. He's waiting for his moment. He's waiting for his moment. Blue obviously knows who Huang is. He obviously has played Huang before. At this point, he doesn't see anything from Huang. He saw the stables. He doesn't see the knights. So this is just an invitation to go forward. It's just an invitation to go forward. And surprise! The Mangonels show up. The scouts are here. The scouts will be used against any monks, which blue has already made. This is not Huang's first rodeo. And this is about to get very, very messy, my friends. Blue loses more villagers on the wood line. And blue has the cav archers. This is his time, right? Huang has everything forward. This is his time to hit the wood line and hit the gold. Now, what you'll probably see from Huang here is the repairville will just come in out of the fog of war. Because he always has the vills there to repair the mangoes. Yeah, look, look. He repairs the mango when it's on 1 HP. And he also has the monks healing the knights. But this is a disaster for Huang. He has to pull 25 of his 42 villagers. But at the same time, Blue has tons of idols. 5 in the tower, 6 or 7 inside the TC, and his villagers are going to die if that tower goes down. There's 53 population for both. The tower shoots a mango. This is messy stuff. But one thing's for sure. This doesn't matter to Huang, because Huang barely has economy in the first place. Huang is the original micro nerd, okay? He will micro his heart out here. And he did lose a knight to a conversion, actually. But watch. Watch! Watch! He converts it back! He converts it back! This is so messy, man. This is so messy. This is so unlike any other high-level player. So unlike any other game. Not again, Huang. This could be bad for you. Wow, the RNG gods were with him there. I thought he was going to lose a knight. And honestly, that could have been Blue's opportunity back into it, because there was no monk for Huang anymore. But Huang's repairing, more knights are coming forward, he kills those villagers, and whoever Blue is, he gives Huang the G. He gives him the G. Now, Blue's cav archers weren't dealt with at all. Okay. Huang had how many vills here? He had 26 villagers on 1 lumber camp. He had 2 active farms. There was 81 food left here, and there was 103 food left there. But he won the game. Oh, man. Now, some things can be said. Like, I think Blue, when he first got attacked, instead of being so stubborn here, I think he probably should have gone to this gold. But I'm also not sure what gold would have done to change his position. If you make defensive mangonels, Huang has the knights. So he would take that out. If you try and make more cav archers, there's still mangonels. And Huang already has that momentum. If you try and go light cav, I guess that is an option. But you would have to foresee this ahead of time. I think if you scout that and you go immediately into light cav, then you can maybe use that against the monks and the mangoes. Maybe that's it. But light cav certainly isn't an option for you if you get surprised, right? He built the backup stable and was making some scouts, but you know he would never have been able to get to light cav. So yeah, I don't know what really changes there for Blue. I guess maybe if you went to the gold and just sent some CA over here, or sat underneath the tower, maybe that changes it. But the point is, Huang makes games extremely messy, and he pulled it off yet again. And he's been pulling it off as well. He's qualified for the qualifier for Hidden Cup 3 by getting really high rating. And here it is. He actually had more food and more gold collected in that game. It's funny how that works out. He had so much idle time. But yeah, I'm excited to see him face DauT. That series will be on YouTube soon, because I think this will be uploaded on a Friday. And I think Huang and DauT haven't scheduled yet, but they'll probably play over the weekends. So it'll likely be streamed on Sunday or Monday on my Twitch stream. But wow, the timeline, you would think the game played out a lot differently. Look at this. Look at this. This is all militia, man. All militia. Very little time spent in feudal. I have to give Blue credit. His build order was good. He probably should have created a scout or two to see if Huang was sneaking on that left-hand side. YouTube, I love you to death. I've been working myself to death as well to prep for Hidden Cup qualifiers and prep for the main event. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. I promise, because I know that there's more casual viewers out there, I'm not just going to be like cramming Hidden Cup information down your throats, but I do also feel like this is a better way to get information out than, say, information video, which is just boring, right? At least you guys got some entertainment, you got a game, we got to talk about the info, and then 90% of the time I was actually casting, which is what you guys come for. Okay, I freaked out for a second there. I genuinely thought my mic was muted. that entire recording. So thank God. I think we're good.